I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah. Jumpin', them boys up to something.
Please be advised of the disclaimers. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. This is Pinnacle Trading here. So there's one stock you should be buying immediately in 2019. What stock is it? I'll go over it in just a few moments. Before we get into that, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys have been following my channel or if you're new to it, and make sure to hit that bell button to stay notified on all my future videos. And let's jump right into it. So what stock is it? Guys, you might have already guessed it. It's Apple. You're probably watching it on your iPhone, MacBook, or Apple TV, or whatever device you're using right now, iPad, whatever it is. Let's take a quick look at Apple. Look at the yearly chart on this. So we're seeing highs of 233.47, and it dropped down all the way to 142, 141 area, and hasn't broke that 140 support. So that's the support right now. But being that it fell all the way from 233 highs, so down about 90 points, a little bit more than 90 points on this, and that's almost 35-40%. Getting close to 50%. So hopefully we don't see that. I did pick this up today, a call on this one, and I'll explain why I did that and which call I got on this and how I'm gonna play that out. But being that we got a nice jump up in the markets today, and the S&P 500 was up, I believe, about 1%. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a big move in the market. So all the way up from 252 to 256 at the highs on that. Dow wasn't up that much, only about a little over 100 points. That's because Apple is the big one that held in the Dow and hasn't moved up that much. It did go up a little bit, but I just moved sideways throughout the day. Just big up and down moments. I did play this out, call on this one for a win. If you are in the chat room, you know that I played this out for the win on the alert section. But let's take an in-depth look on this one. And again, guys, if these videos help you out, make sure to head over to my channel and hit that subscribe and the bell button, and make sure to show some support on our social media sites as well. Just hit that like button on there, and I'll really appreciate the support. Alright, let's get back into it. So let's get rid of this, as we're only going to talk about one stock today, and this is what you should be buying in 2019. Last time I make a video on this, it was around that 180 area, and I said if it does break below 180 and then 170, it's going to be a big flush down there, and it did come down. The markets came down as well, so that didn't help it that much. But Apple has been getting beaten back and forth in the markets and the news and all over social media, and just seeing it trading, just been getting hit back and forth. So being that it's down all the way here, you can see the RSI just flattening out right here, and MACD just RSI and MACD just flattening out, and just sideways movement right now. So I see this as a consolidation phase. We had the capitulation, which means you know, it's just oversold, non-stop selling downward moment. And looking at a little bit closer on here, 180 days, again, we're seeing sell-off, big sell-off. I got my sell alert, another sell alert, no buy alert yet. I'm seeing the EMA point upward a little bit, but no confirmation of reversal, no confirmation of a reversal breakout yet. And that's the big thing you want to look for. So what key ranges do you want to be looking for? Let's load up that Fibonacci chart on this one. If you are a member, you do have the script for free for download in the chat room that I posted. And the next resistance on this, again, since it's in the no man's land right now, we broke the 200 SMA support along with the 50 SMA, of course. We're all the way down here. The only solid support I see is at 140. So every $5-10 will be a key support. Right now, it's been holding 140 nicely, but let's see how that holds up before earnings. And earnings are at the end of the month on January 29th after market. After market's close, I believe, at 5:30 or 6 p.m. And the next resistance on this one's going to be 163.59, and the big one's going to be at 176.94. And the biggest one is going to be at that 50% right here, 50%, 187.74, and then 190. So if we can start seeing it head back over 150, stay above, and then break 160 and 163.59. I see it shooting back up all the way up to 176 and 180 area. Maybe have a slight pullback down to 170 and then come up back up to here to 198 and 200 and so on. Definitely going to come back up. but it's going to take a while this year, maybe even into next year. But I do see this coming back up to maybe that 190 area by the end of the year. Let's see how the market goes out. We have a lot of trade war issues, China issues, government shutdown, and trade war, and having a lot of political news, market talks, and real estate going on. So let's see how it plays out. But I definitely see this coming back to around 190 area by the end of the year. And the call that I got on this one was, let's load up the option chain on this. It was for the March call, and I picked up the let me take a look here, 155 call, this one. So that was for again, let's get rid of this, and that was for March of this year, only March expiration, March 15th, 155 call. And I got in that one because I see it coming back up before earnings, and again, earnings on this one are January 29th after markets close. So I definitely see it coming back to that 160 area before earnings. Definitely going to see a lot of buyers come in on this as well, and going to see that premium go up on the option call as well. So I saw a lot of buying today along with the markets, and once markets are even more green and they stabilize, should see this easily run up. And let's take a look at the history and see how this played out before in the markets. So whenever we had these drops on Apple right here, so let's take this section, let's see that drop right here. We see that consolidation and come up, and then again we have the second double bottom test on this, and that's where it starts going up. That shakes out investors and shakes out traders, shaky weak hands, and then it starts going up. And I'll explain in my many videos how that works out. If you don't know how that works out, take a look at double bottom test, and then we see that come up. And when it starts going back up, when it starts recovering, it makes a big recovery and very fast. At least on Apple, I've seen. Let's look at the intraday movement on this one, the daily 5-minute. Whenever we see it sell off big, and you see that MACD, it follows it very nicely. Whenever the RSI gets in the oversold region, comes up very nicely and comes back up very quickly. And let's look at 30-day. Let's say you're taking this on a swing trade. Whenever you see that huge drop, it does come back up nicely and come back up. And investors are a little shaky right now, but again, let's take a look at the technical analysis and what the outlook on this. So the revenue estimate got lowered to 84 billion, and before it was around 89 billion to 93 billion, but it came down to 84, so about 5 to 9 billion lower is the estimate before for the next quarter earnings that's coming up on January 29th. And Apple shares fell more than 10%, and you guys can read this article, and this is the biggest drop they had in many years, and it's been getting hit back and forth, but it's a great time. Like Warren Buffett says, buy when others are in fear and sell when others are greedy, and that's what you should be taking advantage of. Again, you have the chart analysis, which I'm showing you on this, the Fibonacci. So look for these key supports, key resistances. Take a screenshot of this if you want. I'll leave it up for a few seconds here. 163.59, 176, and basically going to 160, 170, 180, 190, and then 200, and so on. But these are the specific ones. If you guys want to take a screenshot on this, you can. So that is my analysis on Apple, and I did pick up shares on this one. I do have that call that I just spoke about for the March, and that is why you should be buying Apple on this big drop. And if you are a tech giant and a tech investor, then this is one that you should be immediately getting into, and add positions very slowly. Don't go in one big chunk at a time. Have some risk management and go into it small pieces. Alright guys, hope this video helped you out. If it did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell button next to it to stay notified, and make sure to support Pinnacle Trading on our social media here, and I'll see you in my next video. If you want to join the chat room and receive live trading alerts, along with be a part of a great positive trading community, make sure to head over to pinnacletrading.us, and you can grab a 1-week free trial at no cost by scrolling down and clicking the join now button to see how we are and how we run. And if you want to join the membership, head over to the membership tab, and we have simple month-to-month plan pricing and simple pricing setup Our gold includes our options investing more, and your diamond includes one-to-one mentorship access where we teach you how to get started with trading, whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, started with investing, trading stocks, options, and more. And if you want to grab our 6 and 12 month plans, we have that as well, which saves you money in the long run.